From friendly, gentle giants to evil creatures that could make you into mincemeat if they lived in our current world, here are 15 of the largest birds that ever graced the earth, past and present. Number 15, Wandering Albatross. Wandering albatrosses have the largest wingspan of all birds, more than 13 feet wide. Adult birds have white plumage, black wings, and normal feet, as well as tubular nostrils on each side of their tapered pink beak. They weigh between 15 and 24 pounds and measure approximately 3 feet from the beak to the tail. Wandering albatrosses are best known for their enormous flight capacity. They spend their entire lives in the Southern Ocean. The species is known to go around the entire Southern Ocean 3 times a year, and, according to some records, a single bird has traveled 4,000 miles, the distance from New York to Amsterdam, in 12 days. Wandering albatrosses feed by rapidly descending into the air and gliding down to the surface of the water, the same place where they rest when the sun goes down. Their diet consists of fish and squid, and sometimes they also follow fishing boats behind to get the carrion of discarded fish. They sometimes eat so much that they need to float on the water to digest before they can fly again. Number 14, Paraphysornis brasiliensis. Currently, some of the largest birds we know are emu, albatross, and ostrich, but they are even small compared to this creature that roamed planet Earth in the remote past. The Paraphysornis brasiliensis had a height of about 6 feet long. His skull was 2 feet long. Because of its large size and weight of 661 pounds, this prehistoric bird was unable to fly. This animal was, unsurprisingly, of a carnivorous nature, and was a fearsome predator. The Paraphysornis lived on the Brazilian plains during the Miocene period until it disappeared. The Natural History Museum of Taubaté, which is in Brazil, has an almost complete skeleton of this beast. Number 13, Peligornischilensis. Until recently, Peligornischilensis was thought to have the largest wingspan possible for a bird, being about 17 feet. This bird lived in Chile from 5 to 10 million years ago. This great size was necessary to support his body of approximately 66 pounds in flight. This bird is classified as a pelagornithid, or bony-toothed. Some other species of pelagornithids may have survived long enough to have been seen by early humans. What's the largest bird you've ever seen? An ostrich? Or an albatross? Or an emu? Tell me what you thought of it. Leave a comment below with your impression. Then be sure to subscribe to The Biggest for more amazing videos just like this one. Number 12, Cygnus Falconeri. The Cygnus Falconeri, or giant swan, was a huge bird that measured approximately 6 feet from the beak to the tail, weighing about 66 pounds. Because of these dimensions, it is believed that it was not a flying bird. Its extinction was not due to human action in its habitat. Experts say they have disappeared thanks to other superior predators and extreme weather conditions. If it were still alive today, though, it would be a truly magnificent sight to see. Number 11, Haasts Eagle. Haasts Eagle is extinct, but not exactly prehistoric. Scientists believe that the youngest fossils may be only 500 years old, which means that the eagle's extinction was probably the result of human hunting for its main prey, the moa. Apparently, the Maori people had enough of an influence on the food chain in that isolated island of southern New Zealand to cause this majestic predator to disappear completely. Haasts Eagle was native to New Zealand and was the largest eagle that has ever lived. The female, larger than the male, weighed between 22 and 33 pounds and had a wingspan of about 10 feet, being relatively narrow for its weight. But these birds of prey were nothing compared to the largest vulture known to man. Scientists even started calling it the king. Keep watching to learn more about it. Number 10, Dromortis. Still within the group of terror birds was Dromortis. The bird's wingspan measured 9 feet and weighed about 926 pounds, making it one of the largest and heaviest of its kind. It lived during the Miocene, in Patagonia, and was one of the region's biggest predators, killing even elephants and other predators of the time. Their attack techniques were by ambushing or chasing its prey and jumping hard on it. With sharp talons, it's unsurprising that its surprise attacks were enough to succeed in preying on weaker animals. Number 9. Pelagornis sandersi. According to Wingspan, the Pelagornis sandersi had the widest wings ever known to mankind. With a wingspan of 21 feet and a weight of 66 pounds, the Pelagornis sandersi ruled the Earth over some 25 to 28 million years ago. Its fossilized bones were found in South Carolina in the United States. The wings of this Pelagornis sandersi are twice as large as those of the contemporary Royal Albatross, according to research published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences. With its long beak and sharp teeth, the animal was able to fly over the waters for a long time in search of prey. However, the bird probably needed a stepping stone to gain air since its wings were just too long to allow it to lift off the ground. Researchers believe it had to soar from natural headlands and use gusts of wind to fly, like a glider, into the air. Number 8. Ostrich. With its long neck and brown plumage, the ostrich is the tallest and heaviest bird on the planet today. Females can reach 6 feet and weigh more than 198 pounds, while males reach 9 feet and almost 287 pounds. The ostrich's eyes are 2 inches in diameter and are surrounded by a range of vast lashes, which are the largest eyes of any land animal. The bird also produces the largest egg in the world. At over 3 pounds, a single ostrich egg weighs as much as 2 dozen chicken eggs. Because they are so heavy, ostriches cannot fly. Instead, this bird was made for speed. Its powerful 2-fingered legs can travel up to 16 feet in a single bound, making it the fastest animal on 2 legs. The ostrich can reach up to 40 miles per hour in short shots, or maintain a slightly lower speed for longer periods. The ostrich is the biggest currently living bird on the planet, but do you know the biggest bird ever? Continue with the video and find out. Number 7. Andean Condor. The legendary Andean condor is the king of the vultures. With its incredible natural weaponry in sharp claws and its weight, which can go up to 33 pounds, the condor is the largest vulture in the world. With a wingspan of over 9 feet, this makes it the largest predator in the air in South America. Like most vultures, it feeds on dead bodies and mammals. Its powerful beak allows it to easily tear the skin of its prey because it needs more than 2 pounds of meat per day to feed. Unfortunately, the Andean condor is now endangered. There are only a few thousand left. There are countries where it has completely disappeared. It is very difficult to approach it because it lives between 11,500 to 16,000 feet of altitude in rocky heights that are very difficult to access. Its lifespan is between 50 years and 70 years, depending on where it lives. Like lions, the male Andean condor has a large mane, which allows it to be differentiated from the female bird. Number 6. Dodo. The dodo was a bird native to Mauritius and went extinct at the end of the 17th century. It was 3 feet tall and weighed between 22 and 66 pounds with gray feathers. The peculiarly shaped beak, 9 inches long, was an ideal tool for opening coconuts. The bird was unable to fly due to the small size of its wings, its weight, and the small capacity of its sternum bone. It went extinct because it was hunted by humans, but even more than that, it was because of the new invasive species which humans introduced to the islands, which stole the dodo's nests and competed with them for food. Number 5. Titanus. The Titanus, which belongs to the group of birds known as terror birds, lived in North America during the Pliocene and Pleistocene, or 2 to 5 million years ago. With a 7-foot long wingspan, 7-foot height, and a weight of 330 pounds, it was the terror of many smaller animals. The Titanus attacked, chasing their food at great speed. The animal held its prey with its claws and hit it with a sharp beak removing the meat. The Titanus species went extinct for two reasons. The first is climate change, and the second is the emergence of new species of bears, wolves, and felines that, in addition to attacking this animal, also stole its food. Number 4. Gastorness. There were 4 or 5 species of the Gastorness bird genus which lived in North America, Europe, and Asia from 55 to 40 million years ago. The North American bird was previously known as Diatryma before being reclassified. The Gastorness were large birds that did not fly, and the largest species was Giganteus gastornus, which was almost 7 feet tall. They offered no risk to other animals, as they were a vegetarian species. The powerful beak was used to crush seeds and fruits. However, it might well have used it as a defense against predator attacks. Number 3. Giant moa. For millions of years, moas formed a group of 9 species of non-flying birds native to New Zealand that looked like ostriches. While some species were the size of a turkey, others rose to over 12 feet, making them the tallest birds ever. The moas were, for the most part, vegetarian animals, feeding on seeds, fruits, leaves, and grasses. It is known that they swallowed big stones to crush their food, and that the females made nests for just one egg in holes in the ground. For millions of years, they walked through their habitat, but were suddenly pushed to extinction approximately 600 years ago. Their long neck and height helped to feed, since they were herbivorous birds with techniques similar to those of giraffes. The thick, strong legs allowed them to run at up to 25 miles per hour, despite being very heavy birds with a weight of 551 pounds. When the Polynesians arrived in New Zealand, there were many thousands of moas, but they were extinct around 1440. It is a great pity that they were so quickly made extinct by humans. Number 2. Apiortus. This bird is also called an elephant bird, as its size was approximately twice as large as the current ostrich. Originally from Madagascar, it has been extinct since the 17th century, when the first humans arrived on the scene. The animal disappeared after the deforestation of the areas where it used to make its nests, not to mention the hunting promoted by the inhabitants of the region. The Apiortus had a long neck in the shape of an S, and a small beak which facilitated the collection of the plants it fed on. Its eggs were almost 3 feet in circumference, approximately 160 times larger than the average hen's egg. Number 1. Dromortis stertoni. Our planet harbors wonders. In it, we can find birds as small as a bee, and birds as large as a horse, or even larger. This is it, a true champion of really big birds. Almost 8 million years ago, Dromortis stertoni roamed the open subtropical forests of what is now Central Australia. Until it became extinct, the stertoni was the largest bird that ever existed, measuring an enormous 10 feet in height and weighing over 992 pounds, the equivalent of a large piano. Dromortis stertoni had a large and wide beak, stocky wings, and muscular legs, which ended in hoof-shaped fingers. They were probably fast runners, and their shell-shaped body was covered in feathers. Researchers came to believe that the stertoni belonged to the same family as other non-flying birds, such as rheas and ostriches. But today, the evidence shows that they evolved from anseriforms, like ducks and geese. For a while, the stertoni's eating habits were also a mystery. Today, most researchers believe that the bird was herbivorous, feeding on thick-skinned fruits and seeds, but some others believe they were carnivores, feeding on other animals. Those are the biggest birds of all time. Which ones would you love to have as a pet? The giant moa? It would be a bit overwhelming, but let me know down in the comments section. If you liked this video, then subscribe, and check out more awesome videos just like it. See you next time.